Hello and welcome back to another episode of Spread Some Magic 1928. Today we do have a special recipe. It's one of those reinvented throwback recipes. Bengal BBQ has on their menu currently grilled Tahitian ribs, and by currently I mean summer of 2025. These ribs are an homage to the ribs that was once served at the Tahitian Terrace. The Tahitian Terrace, if you didn't know, was open from June 1962 to April 17th of 1993. And they used to have live hula shows. While I did visit Disneyland in that time frame, I don't remember ever going to the Tahitian Terrace. This book is amazing. It is, and I don't know why it took me so long to buy it. It is the history of food, not just in the Disneyland Resort, but of Walt and his studios also. So as someone who has always liked Disneyland history, I should have gotten this book. And now somebody who has always loved Disneyland food should have had this book. And I'm so glad I do now. I read it pretty quick. And there are some recipes in the back, some vintage ones. Now, if you've ever seen those vintage cookbooks, especially ones that were like done for fundraisers, a lot of times they don't have measurements. So the person who wrote this tested a lot of recipes and tried to get them as close as possible, including today's recipe. So the current recipe is these beef, like Kalbi style short ribs. They're grilled and covered with a Polynesian barbecue sauce. And the sauce is what we're gonna use because it's an homage to the original, we're gonna use what they came up with it. It is served in the parks with white rice and some pineapple slaw, of which I have some pineapple slaw left from this weekend. I think this is fantastic. People in the parks have thought it's just so-so. People are pretty mixed on coleslaw anyways. Took me years to like it. So you get 3 ribs, and that, I don't even know how much it is in the parks, but it's fantastic. Or it sounds fantastic. So we're gonna try it. Now, when you make the barbecue sauce, which I did already start, you are supposed to let it sit for 24 hours, hence why I started it. And so these are the pineapple Polynesian ribs from Tahitian Terraceand. The vintage name for this dish is Ko'aia Haia Kahiki. I probably murdered that. But what you want to do is you are going to blend up, which is why it's in this magic bullet container. 2 cups of ketchup, tomato ketchup, as if that's not obvious, but anyways, a 1/4 cup soy sauce, 1/4 cup pineapple juice, 1/4 cup crushed pineapple, fresh or canned, a teaspoon of grated orange rind, a 1/2 cup brown sugar, a tablespoon of wine vinegar. Now, I am going to tell you that's probably white wine vinegar because other recipes from this time era specifically say red wine vinegar. This one does not specifically say red, so we're going to go with white. I put white vinegar in mine. 3 whole cloves, and that is for 4-pound pork spare ribs or baby back ribs, and we're doing these ribs instead. So, and then combine all ingredients and blend well, which I did, and then it says allow mixture to stay in the refrigerator overnight and strain before using. So I am going to strain that. Well, that was easy. Meanwhile, this one with regular ribs, they have you roasting it in the oven. Most things at Bengal BBQ are done over a grill. So I am gonna salt and pepper these and then grill them up. This is my first time ever cooking these style short ribs, also known as Korean short ribs. I actually got these at my local carniceria. So 5 to 7 minutes per side, depending on thickness. I'm going 5, I think. And I am gonna salt and pepper them. This says that because of the salt and the ketchup, you may not want to. But if you caught my kitchen tip a while ago about salting, you kind of like the salt as you go. And I didn't find this overly salty flavoring in this barbecue sauce. So 5 to 7 minutes per side. I am going to baste them with that sauce towards the end, just to get it cooked on there a little bit. And then we'll be back here to try it. And there she is, the grilled Tahitian ribs inspired by Tahitian Terrace and currently served at Bengal BBQ in celebration of Disneyland's 70th anniversary. Let's dig in. But first, one more thing about this book. While I love this cover, it's one of the last known pictures of Walt in Disneyland. They've now also made it a Funko Pop, which I don't have, but it's very tempting. is the actual hard pieces of this book. Very mid-century modern type background, and you've got these copies of the different Disney menus or advertisements that happened throughout the years. A little Club 33, Tahitian Terrace, and some original sketches of Mickey in this hot dog cartoon, because hot dogs were one of Walt's favorite foods too. If you saw my Walt's chili recipe, I did get the recipe off D23, but they've also included it in this book. This recipe I could have found online, but it's in this book. If you saw my favorite retro Disneyland recipe video, the tuna burger, it's also in this book as well as the other one. So if you're a Disney foodie, Disney-phile of Disneyland, or any fan of Walt, this is the book for you. I love it. Like I don't know where I'm gonna put it in my home, but this is one of my favorites I've ever read of the history of Disney, and cookbooks too. So let's give it a try. The barbecue sauce is mild. I salt and peppered the rib before I grilled it. I can get the pepper. Reviewers have said it's tough in the parks, but I think it's just the cut of meat. But it's pretty good, actually. Try it with some of the slaw. I think it pairs nicely. I'll put my slaw recipe that I use, this pineapple slaw, below in the description, because I do really like this. It's a good version of ribs. I like it. And if I'm in the parks, it's a nice hearty dinner, because it also comes with rice. I'm not much of a rice eater, but it does. And it comes with like 3 to 3.5 of these sized ribs. So that's pretty good. I would try it. I would try it if you like retro recipes for sure, or if you like these style of ribs. They're Korean style, Kalbi style. At the carniceria, they called it beef short ribs. And I'm used to like the big shanks that you have to like braise. But this isn't bad. I might cook it. I cooked it like 5 minutes and 3 minutes, and I actually think that was correct. Any more and I'd be too done. That sauce. I recommend this one. Or do this sauce on regular ribs as the recipe intended in the 60s, 70s, 80s, because it was there till 92. But this is definitely probably more of a 60s style recipe, the original way. Anyhow, thanks for stopping by today. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and spread some magic wherever you are. Until next time.